Hello, hello. So I am excited to be on with you guys tonight and get back to our upLIFT Tribe weekly team calls. So thank you guys for being on tonight. I know that this summer we took off from these team calls just to kind of like be with family and make that a priority. So I'm excited to kind of get back in the swing of things as we're kind of getting back into routine and all that good stuff. Let me just share my screen with you guys really quickly. I thought I was sharing it and it was like on, but it wasn't actually sharing. So that I was just looking at PowerPoint by myself. But yeah, so I'm excited to get these calls rocking again. We will have these every Wednesday. You guys hop on if you can. Like, I understand life happens. But obviously, like, we want you guys to be here so that we can have conversation. And I really want these to, we'll spend maybe 15 minutes on a particular topic, but then for it to really be a conversation. And just so you guys know too, like, my goal is that twice a month we will have guest speakers. So I'm in some pretty cool groups with some different women who are coaches within Team Beachbody who are pushing for elite, or they're women like Michelle Myers, or they're on Team Iron. And so there's a lot of different people that I've been talking to that are going to join us and do team calls for us. And so obviously on those nights especially, I want to get as many people on them as we can, just because if they're taking the time to hop on and pour into our team, I want to make sure that we're all here and, present, because nothing's more discouraging than hopping on and like no one being on. So I want to make sure that we're just like making that a priority. So that way that we can really just soak up all of that knowledge. Part of getting other people to come speak on your calls is, me obviously talking on their calls. And so that's something I definitely want to do in order to bring on some really good caliber people just to pour into you guys. So know that is coming. That is my goal, that 2 calls a month will be that. And then the other 2 calls are going to be either for me or maybe even another diamond on our team. As we start to see some diamonds advancing, I just want to give them opportunities to hop on here and share their hearts, because you guys have so many amazing talents and there's so many good things that you're doing in your own businesses. And so I'm excited for that. So let's really quickly just dive into a few important shout outs. So I just wanted to take a second tonight to just recognize some of the rank advancements from August. And really every week when we have these calls, I'll recognize the people from the past week who advanced. So tonight we're going to recognize Amy and Leah, who both advanced to Emerald within the past really 2 weeks. Amy is just, y'all, she's amazing. She is a teacher. She's a single mom. She, her family's here and they help her, but this girl hustles, and in a way that is really inspiring and encouraging. I mean, I was talking to her one day before school started back, and she told me she had every single social media post planned out through the end of September. Like, she is one of those people who is just like, I'm going to make this business happen. I want extra money for me and Tinley. Like, she is just literally all like being around her is so inspiring. And she's actually going to be going live one day this month in the upLIFT Tribe, just to talk about how does she do it. Just because, it is hard to balance this business with a full-time job. And throw in there the fact that you're a single mom as well. And so when you come home at night, your child is 100% reliant on you. And so just hearing from her and how she does that, I think is going to be really encouraging to you guys. Amy has been very consistent. Last month, she hit Success Club 6. The month before that, she hit Success Club 10. She's been really consistent in just being a product of the product. And I think that's what's attracting so many people to her business as well. And so I just really wanted to recognize Amy tonight, because she has literally put in so much hard work for this, and it's so deserving. And then I also want to recognize Leah, who also hit Emerald this past week. Leah has been a coach for a good couple of years. She was originally under a different coach who stepped away from the business. And so I inherited her. She was my grandbaby, and now she's my child. And so Leah has been working so hard. We had some great conversations at Summit. She has such a heart for people. And if you want to learn from someone who has the back door of their business closed, which basically is saying that you're not constantly just having new challengers come in and then you're like, oh, what happened to them a year later? You know, she has the back door closed in the sense that she constantly has new people coming in, but she serves the people that she has really, really well. And I really respect her for that. And I think there's a lot of things we can learn. Again, we're also going to be hearing from her this month in the upLIFT tribe. She's going to be talking about just how does she keep that door shut, and how does she really serve her clients well. And so I'm excited for that. Actually, no, Leah is talking about email marketing, but Elizabeth is talking about that other topic. So, but yeah, so just really excited for Leah in hitting this big goal. And then obviously I want to give a huge public just to our team shout out to Patrice. Patrice has literally worked her butt off to get here, but not just her. These three amazing women, Jennifer is on the call right now, have worked so incredibly hard to get to this point. These three women hit diamond rank in their businesses this month. And I think it says something that they're both on the call, or Ashley and Jennifer are both on this call tonight. They make this business a priority. Ashley has a full-time job, has a little girl. She comes home, she makes this business happen. Jennifer has had so many obstacles over the past year with her son and just all the things that have happened in her life. It's just been so cool seeing what God's done in their businesses. It literally makes me tear up. And just to see like the fact that these women hit this big goal, it's a really big deal. And so I just want to publicly on this call recognize them for their insanely hard work, and especially to Patrice. I mean, Patrice has only been a coach all for like a little under 2 years, I think, maybe 18 months. And Patrice went from being someone who said no to the business about 1 million times to literally going all in. Like, I can't even take credit for this girl's success because I feel like I've done nothing. She's just ran on her own. And I'm like, oh, let me encourage you along the way. But she is just like so inspiring and such an amazing friend. And so I'm just so excited for her and her entire team. This is a really big deal to be a 5-star diamond coach. She is going to get to go to the leadership retreat that is out in Las Vegas next month, actually. And that is an ultimate paid for trip where she is just going to get poured into, and they're just going to give her so many amazing things. So excited for her and her entire team. So congratulations again, guys. And I cannot wait to see what God continues to do with y'all's businesses and just how he uses y'all. It's just the most rewarding thing just to be like in the front row seat of watching it all. So thank you. So I just wanted to recognize them. So let's jump into some announcements tonight. Just want to quickly go over some of the things that are happening in September. So you guys have probably seen this banner. It's in the Beachbody Champions page. It's in the Team Beachbody 411 page. It's kind of been all over the place as a banner. But make note of these two completion packs and challenge packs. This is the last month to get that discounted package for $10 off on the Lift 4 and Mes de Mas. Probably totally butchering the way that I just said that. So Jennifer, I'm sorry, but this is the last month to get those completion packs for that discounted price. And then also just as a 411, Team Beachbody is having an apparel sale right now. I believe it's 25% off, and it's through September 4th through the 30th. This does count towards your volume, so pay attention. If you're like, hey, I kind of want to skip out on something this month, or you want to switch things around, you can get you some workout clothes instead, and they are all 25% off, or I guess all of them. I think it's everything. And then just a reminder about the 2B Mindset certification. So for those of you who are not at Summit, we do now have a 2B Mindset certification where you can be an official kind of coach and mentor for the 2B Mindset. And so that is now available it will be available September 12th. And then last but not least, I'm totally the person who loves pumpkin spice latte, and I totally bought one today at Starbucks. So my first one of the season. I made it skinny by getting almond milk, no whip, and only got a tall, so it was way less calories. But even better than that is the pumpkin spice vegan Shakeology that is coming out on September 17th. I don't know about you guys, but I was really excited to see that it was a vegan flavor. So literally this is amazing for any of our customers out there. So just make note, September 17th, that's coming out. I will venture to say that the day that it releases it's going to be sold out. There is a very limited amount. And so just be prepared to wake up that morning and get your order in if you want it. And I would venture to say too that they will also kind of have like a max on how many you can get. So you probably won't be able to order like 20 of these. It's probably going to like be 2 or something. But just make sure that you're letting your customers know. I know I posted today for my customers in my challenge groups in my virtual gym, and let them know. So just make sure that you're getting the word out, get their links to them that morning. Make sure you just go ahead and get those emails together, because September 17th will be here before we know it. And then next, I just want to quickly touch on the upLIFT Tribe September team calendar. So you guys know, like I talked about when we kicked off the call, we will have a weekly team call every Wednesday. Obviously, I know you guys' schedules are busy and you've got a lot going on, but especially the weeks where we do have guest speakers, if you can definitely make those a priority. I will be posting reminders for you guys and letting you know on Mondays. I know today, I posted it today, but I'm going to in the future be posting on Mondays, which is a reminder of who's speaking, what the topic's on. We will be reaching out to some of our diamond coaches on our team. So we may have some other coaches who are going to talk on specific topics, but then also some guest speakers that I've reached out to, coaches who are pushing for elite, who are just really killing this business. And so be on the lookout for those, because I definitely want you to be able to soak up all their information. And then just for my PS coaches, just to throw that out there, the Future Diamond mentorship spots that are on Monday nights that me and Brian are doing. So I have a thread going with all those Future Diamonds. But if you're not someone who's like in the Future Diamonds group and you want to be, please let me know. If you're like, hey, Caroline, I just became a coach last month, but I'm ready to hit diamonds. This is just set aside time where once a month we are just setting up one-on-one calls with all the coaches who are pushing for diamonds, and basically just giving you action items, going through your downline, really just diving deep into your business. What are the holes? What could you do better? So be on the lookout if you haven't received anything, but I believe everyone has, and just let me know if you're wanting to grab a spot. And then, of course, I know everybody has different boot camps going on, but obviously I just added a few different things here for the team-wide. I am hosting a Holy Hustle New Coach Academy, and we will kick that off again. We kicked it off this past week, or this past Monday, excuse me, or really it was Tuesday, should move that to the 4th. But we will have another one that kicks off on the Monday after the 30th, so the October 1st. So we'll have a sneak peek for that as well on the 27th through the 29th. So if you want to be a part of that, just let me know if you want to try to get some coaches added in there. So that is everything in terms of updates and what is happening on the upLIFT Tribe. Cool. So I am going to go ahead and dive into our topic tonight. So tonight we are talking about SMART goals. And like I said on the description for tonight's call that you saw, we really want to talk about how can you be intentional about those goals and really think for the end of the year. This time of year, I'm going to be really real with you guys, is hard. This is probably one of the hardest times of the year from now until December, because people are going back to school, they're busy, life is getting in the way, it's going to start getting chilly out, people don't care about their body underneath all of their clothes, they're layers and layers, they're just like, whatever, who cares, you know, they're eating chili for every meal, they're like, they don't care, they just kind of let themselves go. And so, you know, historically, this time of year has just been a little more difficult. There's a lot of family gatherings. People are spending money on Christmas. People are, you know, just got a lot going on. And so to spend the money to buy a challenge pack is just a little more difficult. But that's why you need to still have big goals in your business, but you also need to have SMART goals as well. And so tonight, I just really want to talk to you guys about setting those goals in your business. And this is something that for myself, I've really had to get better about. Setting big goals. Yes, I have very big goals, like yearly goals of, hey, this is what I want to see happen for the year. But a lot of times what happens is January comes around, we sit down, we make our New Year's resolutions, we make our goals, and they're big, they're scary. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to hit 2-star diamonds. I want to be at the new leader conference, like whatever, we have all of these goals in our businesses. And the problem is we don't break those goals down into SMART goals. Now, SMART goal stands for small, measurable, achievable, rewarding, and time sensitive. And I'll break each of those down for you in just a second. But we want to have SMART goals that are going to actually help us to hit that big overarching goal. And so that's why a lot of times for myself, it's saying, okay, say that my goal at the beginning of the year was to each month hit Success Club 20. Okay, that's great. So now I know that my monthly goal is Success Club 20. Well, guess what? That means my weekly goal needs to be Success Club 5. And that means that my daily goal needs to be Success Club, 2. So really literally breaking it down for myself, because guess what? If I don't, I'm going to get to the end of the month and I'm going to be really stressed out. And I'm going to be like, hey, if I want to hit that big goal in my business, I got to hustle and I got to put in the work and I got to, and it becomes this stress-induced thing. And here's the deal. I want for you guys to be women who are famous in heaven and at home. We talk about this all the time. I feel like I beat it like a dead horse. But you cannot be present at home, fully present. You cannot be in the moment if you're stressed out about things in your job or things with Beachbody or things in your business, right? Like I posted today on Instagram, and I'm not saying this is always ever going to be perfect, okay? Because it's probably not going to be. But a lot of times when I'm with M-Line, I'm thinking about stuff I've got to get done for work. And when I'm at work, I'm thinking about M-Line, right? Like it's this pull as a mom of like we constantly are feeling that way. But a lot of times, if we will just literally set SMART goals and boundaries in both of those areas of our life, it's really going to help us have more freedom. And so we want to start making some SMART goals so that way when we hit them, we can be excited and not always feel like we're playing catch up. And I think that's how a lot of us feel is in our businesses, we feel like we're constantly playing catch up. And so let's talk about what a SMART goal looks like. So number one is they're SMART. So that's your S. So it's literally an acrostic here. So they're SMART, or they're small. So a SMART goal is one that can be broken down into smaller pieces. So think bite size, right? Like think if you have a candy bar, which, we don't want to really be thinking about candy bar right now, but if you had a candy bar and someone said, I want you to eat this whole candy bar, you do it bite by bite, right? Or this carrot or whatever it is that you're eating. And we want to do that with our goals. We want to set big goals, okay? So for me, my goal at the end of the year is to be a 5-star diamond coach and to be an elite team, right? And so I have to literally say every month, here is my goal. I'm going to break that down, right? Or my goal every month is to have my coaches hitting Success Club 5 or 10. Well, guess what? I know that 99% of the time, your coaches are only going to do about half of what you do. And so that means my goal needs to be Success Club 20. So I'm literally just breaking that down. I'm making it bite-sized for myself. And you need to break your goals down into these smaller, more achievable goals so that way you don't get frustrated and give up. A lot of times, that's what I'm seeing happen with new coaches. They come into this and they're like, okay, my goal this month is Success Club 20. Whoa, buddy, you need to back up. You need to get one person first. Like, let's set a goal of having one challenger that buys a challenge bag. And then next month, let's set a goal of hitting Success Club 5, or whatever. Maybe the first month is Success Club 5 so you can be a success starter. But like achievable goals that keep you motivated and keep you moving forward. Because what happens so many times, and guys, I have seen this so many times, is that people set these really big goals and then they are frustrated when they don't hit them. And so I, as your upline, want to do a better job of helping you like really set achievable goals in your business, because that's just the fair thing to do, is to help you kind of set those goals that are going to make you feel accomplished. They're going to make you excited. That's why we recognize and I'm going to totally butcher this right now, but Aaron tomorrow is going to hit I'm totally messing this up. Cubic zirconian zirconian. I don't remember. But basically we created a rank in between ruby and diamond because we felt like there was something missing there. And I'm going to recognize her for that. But guess what? that was something that needed to be a goal in order to get to diamond, right? And so those are bite size. I'm beating a dead horse. Number 2, measurable. So make sure that each goal you set is measurable. So think of it this way. Would an outsider be able to evaluate whether you achieved a goal or not? So if they knew nothing about it, would they be able to really look at it and know that you achieved it or not? So for instance, maybe it's a numerical goal. Maybe it's I want to help 3 people every month, by purchasing a challenge pack. Maybe it's that I want to, for some people in our fitness, in our challenge groups, it may be that they want to work out 3 days a week. Maybe it's that they want to, only eat out 1 day a week. Or maybe in your business, it's that you want to talk to 30 people a day. You need to have certain measurable goals. And if you don't, it's because it'll make you, if you say, well, I want to talk to people today. Well, then you talk to one person, you're like, well, talk to people today. But guess what? If you say, I want to talk to 30 people a day, then you're going to be like, all right, I can't give up because I haven't done that measurable goal. And so you need to make sure that there is a numeric whatever there with that goal. The third thing is that they need to be achievable, guys. Okay, if I would have last year said I wanted to be an elite team, that would not have been achievable. So it needs to be something that is actually possible. It's not something that is like so far-fetched that it's not going to happen. Like it would be unrealistic for me to say, hey guys, I'm going to go run the Boston Marathon. Guess what? Number 1, I hate running. Number 2, I never run. And so if I told you guys I was going to go run the Boston Marathon, you would probably look at me like, okay, Carolyn, you're crazy. That's not realistic. And that's how your goals need to be too. Like, don't set these crazy goals that you can't achieve. Set goals that are realistic for you and plan them out. You want to keep yourself motivated. You want them to be attainable. You want them to be healthy goals that align with your priorities. Third thing, rewarding. Identify any positive side effects, benefits, rewards for you reaching that goal, no matter how small they are. I will give myself a goal. And I'll say, you know what, if I hit that goal, this is what I'm going to do. So last month or a couple months ago, I told myself, I said, if I hit 2-star and I get that $1,000 bonus next quarter, which was this past quarter, me and my family are going to go to Florida for 4 days. And we're going to stay in Seaside where I want to stay, or Rosemary where I want to stay. And that's what we're going to do if I get that bonus. And I'm not sharing that to be, to brag or anything like that. I'm sharing that to simply say, I hit that goal, and now my family next week, we're going to Seaside for 4 days. And so setting goals and having rewards with them, because guess what? I don't know about you guys, but if it's just a goal for myself that's just like, okay, that's cool, it's a whole lot harder for me to push myself. But suddenly if it's about, oh, guess what? With that bonus, I'm going to be able to buy some new fall clothes for my daughter, or buy XYZ, or take my family on this vacation. It becomes so much more than me. It's about them. And it also makes me feel way less like bad about asking people to join a challenge group or plugging them in with a challenge pack, because guess what? It makes me look at it more as a job and a way of serving my family. And so come up with those things that are going to help you work towards that goal and give you a reward. Maybe it's just that, hey, if I hit Success Club 15 this month, I'm going to buy myself a pair of Lululemon shorts. Like, I don't know what that is for you. It could be something small. It could be something big. Maybe it's just getting a manicure. I don't know about you guys, but I hate spending money on stuff like that. Like, I just hate it. But some kind of reward. Number 5 is time sensitive. You need to set a date by which you're going to make it happen. And it needs to be a deadline. It doesn't need to be something that's like, oh, that'd be nice. No, it needs to be a deadline. It needs to be like, by this date, this is happening. Now, know that some things are not in your control. It is not in my control if we hit 5-star diamonds. It's just not, because guess what? It's a choice that you guys have to make. In order for me to get 5-star diamond, I have to have diamonds on my team. Well, I can't make you hit diamond. I can do everything in my power to help that happen, but I can't make you hit it. So make sure that whatever those goals are in your business, they're not things that are 100% rely on other people. Don't hang your hat on those. Like, are those things that you should be pushing for? Like, maybe it's like, hey, I want to develop my team. I want to have a deep team. I want to have this. I want to have that. Yes, those are things that you can do. But you can't always control certain things. So make sure that your goals have a definite timeline and they're time sensitive, but there's something that you can control, that you can make happen. A goal without a definite deadline simply weakens our commitment. And that is just the truth. You're not going to be as committed to it if there's not a deadline, if there's not a sense of urgency. Look at what happened in the summer celebration that we did last month. So I know that the Radiant Tribe has one going on right now, but last month I hosted a summer celebration, and basically we had some specials going on, and I literally sold 5 challenge packs in that group. And it was literally none of those packages. I mean, yes, they were good deals, but like they were nothing that we don't typically offer. But guess what? That sense of urgency that, hey, guess what? If you have to buy this day to jump in the group, that sense of urgency made people be like, oh, I've got to jump on it. And granted, they won a gift card and they got all this stuff, but like I've run gift card stuff before and I haven't had that many people jump on board, right? And so it just goes to show that when you have that sense of urgency, it's just going to make that commitment even stronger. And so what I want you guys to do, and we can chat about this a little bit, just about what your goals are, is to really take a look at your list of goals and reconfigure them into SMART goals. So if you have set goals in your business and you haven't really broken them down, you need to. You need to give yourself, you need to make sure, again, I'm just going to kind of reiterate what those things stand for. You need to make sure that they're small, that they're measurable, that they're actually achievable, that you have some kind of reward tied to them, and that they're time sensitive. Guys, this can be something super duper small. Maybe it's doing something specific with your daughter. Maybe it's doing something with your husband, as a reward. It doesn't have to be something huge, but that's going to be something that has an emotional tie at stake to it. And it's going to help you push yourself to hit that goal. And so make a list. It's going to give you motivation. It's going to help you have momentum. And you'll gain so much as you knock those things off your list. And for me, that's been my biggest why. On the hard days when I want to give up in this business, it's those SMART goals, having those things, those rewards tied to it that are not about me, but about my family and other things that help me push through when it's hard. And so set SMART goals, and I guarantee that you are going to see a difference and a shift in your business. So that is all I have for you guys. I would love to open it up for questions. If anybody has any, you can drop them in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and we can talk through them. Talk to me. Do you guys feel like the goals that you set in your business have kind of been SMART in the past, or do you feel like you just kind of written down these big scary goals but not really broken them down?
Hey,
Yeah.
For me so far, honestly, I'm the kind of person where like, if I can see something visually, then I get it done. But if I don't write it down, then I don't get it done. Yeah. And I have not written down my goals ever, or like I did casually, but not really sit down and like really break it down. So I'm excited to sit down and like genuinely write them out and then post them up so that I stare at them when I'm working or doing things, so that I can cross it off and like have that gratification of like, yes, I did something.
Yeah. And
anything.
They don't have to be huge. It could literally just be like, hey, my goal this month, like, especially as a newer coach, like maybe it's, hey, my goal this month is to hit Success Club 5. And if that happens, me and my husband are going to go out for ice cream, or we're going to do this, or, or I'm going to reward myself as a stay-at-home mom, and I'm going to go do something by myself for one night. I don't know, like little things that like, it sounds silly, but when you take that and you reinvest in it, it's going to help you have momentum to keep going.
Mm-hmm. This was very helpful. Thank you.
Good. I'm so glad. Anyone else? Erin, were you going to say something? It kind of looked like you were talking, but no, maybe not.
I wasn't, but do you want me to say
no,
something?
you don't have to. I just thought that you were. It's like, it kind of like, it looks like you were like, I don't know. It was hard to tell. I thought maybe you thought you were on unmute. So that's why I was just making sure.
I was actually scrolling through our feed Because, so thanks for the reminder to put them on paper.
Wait, what did you say? You kind of froze up for a second.
I was scrolling through our diamond feed because I typed you my goals, but I never like actually wrote them down to look at every day. So I am doing that right now.
I love it. Cool. Well, any questions, anything about anything going on this month? If you missed the beginning of it, I just kind of talked about some announcements and I talked all about rank advancements. I chatted all about you, Amy, and Patrice, and all the girls. So, all right, ladies. Oh, you're fine, girl. No worries. All right. Well, I know it's getting late at y'all's house, but thanks again for being on, and I'm excited for summer to be over and now get back to our team calls every week. So thanks, everybody. I'll post a recording. Have a good one.